Hey YouTube, what's going on? Team Phantasmal here, coming at you with a news and information Force of Will video. Sorry if I sound a little off. I've been sick this past starting week, so yeah, so sorry about that. But first off, let's just get straight into the news today. Force of Will, TCG, they announced on their official website and Facebook page that the Wanderer format has their own little small ban list. If you're not aware of what Wanderer format is, it is essentially a format where there will be once a month tournaments at your locals where you can use all the cards from all of the clusters in this format, except for the ones obviously on here for they are banned. I'll just go over them right now. Tell a Fairy Tale. The reason that this got banned is because they released a lot of really strong fairy tales in the Lapis cluster coming out, and basically there's a card called Captain Hook, and what he does is basically when he enters the field he bounces back magic stones to the deck, basically. So, special magic stones. So basically, on turn 3, you can make it so that your opponent goes back to turn 1, basically, which is insane and just a kind of interaction that probably shouldn't exist, and that's why they dealt with it now. And I like that they recognize that, because when I first saw that card, I always knew right away. I was just like, wow, this card's insane. But yeah. Next up is the ruler Seer of the Blue Moon, or Kaguya Princess of the Moon, or Kaguya 1.1. This kind of comes as a bummer for me because Kaguya 1.1 is my favorite ruler, one of my top 3 favorite rulers other than Dark Alice and Shion. I love the chance standby mechanic a lot. It's one of my favorite mechanics of the game, and this card just lets you utilize it a lot better. I think the official reasoning behind this one was because of the Croco Sharks and stuff. You can do some nutty OTK stuff kind of with the Croco Sharks, which is kind of sad because I always thought that was I didn't really like that deck. I never really liked the concept really. So it kind of sucks that in a way I have to kind of be punished for that kind of thing, which is understandable. I can understand this card's really good, and I totally understand the hit though. So, but yeah. Next up is Whisper from the Abyss. The reason that this card has been hit is because I'm just going to zoom in on these. If you are not on your phone, you can't see it. So, but yeah, Tell a Fairy Tale, Seer the Blue Moon, Kaguya, and Whisper from the Abyss. So basically, Whisper from the Abyss is just a card that opens up a lot of weird interactions where you can keep playing for a long time. A very good instance of this is without even Lapis cluster as well, there was a Musketeer deck that basically if you had the right cards, which was pretty consistent too, it just had lots of ways to be stopped, but it was pretty consistent, and you could win on turn 3 and do over 8,000 damage. I think the max I did with that deck was 9,200 when I did on one of my hands. I just opened perfect, everything was right there and everything. So Whisper from the Abyss just kind of opens up these really stupid plays and stuff by drawing an absurd amount of cards for life. So yeah, they just got rid of it. Levitine, the Demon Sword. Like the Force of Will's been trying to do, they're trying to shy away from regalias. They say they're not going to print any more regalias anymore in the Lapis cluster, or says the podcasts anyways if you watch those. So yeah, I think this Levitine as well in general is just giving your J-Ruler swiftness and stuff like that, especially with all the new stuff coming out and everything, is just a little too good, and it's a little too free basically. Because Levitine, in my opinion, is the strongest regalia to have been created. But yeah. And then obviously RR is still a hit even on the Wanderer list, not just on the New Frontiers, it's also hit on the Wanderer list as well. To be expected, it shouldn't really be that shocking, but yeah. And then the last card is Ruler's Memoria. I think that, I don't know, some people didn't really like that hit, but I don't understand why. It's a very fair hit. It's a stone that lets you produce all 5 colors of the game. It just is it basically lets you have the ability to throw in cards in your deck without giving too much thought and just being like, yes, this card's good and I can play it in my deck because I have the colors to produce it. But now you got to think, okay, what colors do I want to focus on this time, and what is worth running in my deck against what's not worth running in my deck. That's what testing comes in for and all that stuff. I feel like Ruler's Memoria it's one of the best stones in the game, The reason I don't like it is because you have to use regalias to get it, basically. Otherwise, it comes in arrested. And producing all 5, of course, that's like the best thing you could ask for. But at the same time, people seem to just think it's normal. But at the same time, it's a little too good, if you ask me. But again, people are looking at the pros and cons of this. People think it's gonna hurt decks and so on and so forth. I think all these hits that they've done are fine, in my opinion. I've already showed my opinion on which ones I like and don't. So Levitine, fine. Whisper from the Abyss, fine. Kaguya 1.1, I'm sad about. Understand. Tell a Fairy Tale, I'm proud of them on it. Reflect, obvious. And Rules Memoria. I think it wasn't anything I was expecting them to do, but at the same time, I'm okay with them doing it, and I hope that it doesn't get people too upset, because I was just looking at the comments and everything, and people are having very mixed views and opinions on it. I am, again, okay with it. I don't have a problem with it. I've never really utilized the stone that much. So yeah, that is the new Wanderer ban list. I'm not sure if they're going to add anything more to this as it goes on. This is kind of like the initial list. I'm wondering if they, like, after there's more playtesting and actual tournaments start happening, after taking some data and stuff like that, they may add more to it, maybe even take some stuff off. I don't know how it's going to be, but we'll have to stay tuned to hear more from them. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys liked it. And if you did, please leave a like and a comment, and catch you guys next time. Peace.